Good morning, everybody. My name is Alex. I am a Senior Account Executive at GDMFX. This is today's European Session Outlook. We'll start with the North American markets. The dollar weakened against its main rivals Tuesday, adding to losses from Monday's session as investors worry that U.S. officials are growing more concerned about the strong dollar's impact on the U.S. economy. The Dixie remained at nearly the same level. S&P 500 index is at the smallest price range in 20 years. The index has climbed only 1% in 2015. S&P 500 index had a range of 15 points at 2080 now. The biggest mover in the currency pairs was USDJPY with 15 points down today during Asian trading session. Today we'll be awaiting the 10-year note auction and the monthly budget statement for May. All right, on to the EU markets. Italian Economy Minister Pier Carlo Padoan said on Tuesday he was confident a deal would soon be found to keep Greece in the Eurozone, and even if it did exit, the currency bloc was now much better placed to withstand the potential shock. Padoan dismissed suggestions Italy would be next in line if Greece exited the Eurozone and said signs of an increase in interest rates were not a threat for Italy's public debt. All news from Europe came out as expected yesterday. The events were the GDP year-on-year in the Eurozone, as well as the unemployment rate and CPI month-on-month, year-on-year in Switzerland, with the month-on-month data coming out 0.1% better than expected. The DAX moved down 40 points, the CAC 40 moved down 5 points. UK markets. Hours before Mark Carney's speech in front of the leaders of UK's financial sector in the Mansion House, Mark Carney will have to find a way to explain why his last year message has fallen quite short of target. In June 2014, Carney announced that the Bank of England may raise interest rates sooner than the market anticipated, offsetting a wave of speculations which gave strength to the sterling. Since then, oil has dropped with over 60%. The sterling has decreased from 169 to 152. The inflation has dropped below zero. Unemployment, which is a key measure for the Bank of England in relation to the next interest rate change, has declined faster than anticipated, and all in all, the UK economy has slowed down to the lowest level since 2012, and an interest rate hike is nowhere in sight. If Carney acknowledges those facts, this can have an undermining effect on the sterling. The FTSE 100 lost 40 points yesterday and closed at 67.31. The 10-year gilt yields were at 2.05% yesterday. Today, we also expect the GDP estimate released by the National Institute of Economic and Social Research, which is an estimate of growth over the last 3 months up to the report, which comes out a month before the official announcement. All right, the Asian markets. Australia's dollar declined against most of its major counterparts after Central Bank Governor Glenn Stevens said policymakers retain the option to cut record low interest rates. The Reserve Bank of Australia refrained from spelling out whether further rate cuts would be needed when it kept its benchmark at 2% last week. He said that 2 years since his last visit in Brisbane, not much has changed, and that fact is disappointing. The yen climbed after Kuroda said the currency has returned to levels it was at before the collapse of Lehman Brothers holdings. It surged about 1.5% versus the dollar after Kuroda's speech. This is the reason you can see bigger movements with the yen pairs early in today's trading session. In about 13 hours, we'll be awaiting the New Zealand dollar monetary policy statement, interest rate decision, and the Bank of New Zealand press conference, which follows. The last for today is commodities. The traders are looking ahead to weekly data on U.S. stockpiles of crude and refined products later in the day. The American Petroleum Institute said crude supplies last week fell 6.7 million barrels and gasoline inventory sank 3.9 million barrels, strong indicators of demand for the summer driving season in the U.S. Gold had a range of $9, trading at $11.8097 now on a positive trend. Silver had a range of 24 cents at $16.07 now. WTI had 240 range at 61.02 now. Natural gas is trading at 283 at the moment with a range of 14 cents. Thank you, everybody. This was today's European Session Outlook. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.